Animal Crossing New Horizons is a marathon of a game, not a sprint. And shout out to those of you who have put thousands of hours into perfecting your 5-star islands, or just filling your space with as many items as humanly possible, or time traveling again and again like this is some sort of existential merry-go-round. Throughout all of our many adventures in Animal Crossing New Horizons, we've made a lot of good friends, and there's a lot of faces we see every darn day. I'm talking Isabelle, who's unavoidable. I'm talking Mabel and Sable, star-studded fashionistas. I'm talking Judy, Raymond, Marshall, those villagers that you've loved from the start. But my friends, there's a dark side to Animal Crossing New Horizons, and those are the friends we've left behind. It's been a long year, a lot of updates, and for everything new, something gets a little bit old. And so today I want to take you through those guys and girls you left behind. And you probably did as well, so don't point the finger at me. I'm definitely guilty, but you're probably in the same boat. So buckle up, grab a pack of tissues, and don't feel too bad. These are the ACNH characters we all left behind. What's up, guys and girls? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Smash that like button and let me know in the comments down below who you have left behind, okay? It's okay. It's no judgment zone. Just type it away quietly and get it over with. This video, I feel, encompasses all of our best intentions, but all of the truest realities. And it starts off with a friend known as Red. I remember when Red was the highlight of the game. This dude shows up, he's got a quest to introduce himself, you gotta garner his interest and then gain him at the secret beach. And then there was this whole fiasco where sometimes it would take 3 weeks to get him to show up, like you're begging for friendship, and he's like, but now, how often do you go to that secret beach? How often do you seek out our friendly fox, the mafia madman known as Red? I feel like once his wares were totally exposed, once his kind of shady operation was fully out in the open, like who needs him? How often are you spending your in-game hours seeking out Red? It's gotta be a very small percentage. And if he's your favorite character, I understand getting a little face-to-face time, that is cool of you. But right or wrong, like it or not, the awesomeness of Red has waned as the weeks and months have persisted. And that's why it's so important for Nintendo to add new stuff to their tried and true NPCs. For every Brewster we bellow for, wouldn't it be darn great if we got an update for Red? And the same goes for Pascal, who got an update. There was a moment of pure broody, broody? Got to have broody. Get those broody gains. A moment of pure beauty with the mermaid fence. A new DIY for Pascal to reinvent his existence. And that was it. One DIY, the mermaid fence that was probably supposed to be there from the beginning. This guy has 15 items. Once you exchange the pearls and say so long, you really aren't going to be swimming with the otters all that much longer. He is a cool character with chill vibes, and I think he's on ice because I haven't seen him in months. It was just winter, but that aside, I don't plan on putting my toes deep in the water this summer because there's nothing else to do. I mean, you can't even create sculptures. There's no competition. The mermaid set is swanky, but I've already played it out, Prince Eric. Ursula and me have already done that dance, and now there's nothing left to see. Pascal could use an injection of fun. Otherwise, he's gonna make like Pirates of the Caribbean and become something that wore out its welcome and stayed in the water a little too long. So far, we've talked exclusively about friends in their own special sections. Like they basically have their own aisle at Target. The secret beach, way in the back of the store, it's always gonna be there, but you gotta walk. And Pascal kind of residing in this very wide aisle, but it is a special section nonetheless. Now the plaza is something you pass by time and time again. It's unavoidable. So most of these people, you're like, hey, hello, what's up, Kix? One of my coolest buds, chilling like a villain, schlocking, slinging these shoes and socks. Where do I come up with these words? Then we've got Label. I don't even want to call her by her cool name LaBelle because all of that shtick is up. Label, you are the third sister. You are the third wheel. You're the one who brought 12 items and didn't even really require all that much. Rumor has it the challenge isn't really a challenge. You just put on whatever the heck and she's like, thumbs up. I mean, Sable's back there sewing constantly, Mabel's upgrading the phone and trying to be all techie, and Label just stands there once every 2 weeks with the same darn wardrobe. You gotta update, Label, especially after I get your clothes inside of my Able sisters. Now you're just pointless. Her tickets are currently less useful than a Nook Mile ticket, and that's saying something nowadays. Label is just stuck there like the gum on my shoe. A mild annoyance, but something I'll forget about before the sun sets. Sad. Now I'm gonna throw a bone to another Plaza resident. One Plaza, Midwest, born and raised, Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin, Illinois, a lot of Midwest. Beef barley, all up in my verbiage. Now I'm gonna throw a bone to another Plaza visitor. And at one point, this was the most specialist of friends. New players, you might not even have seen it yet, but KK, do you love me? Are you listening? No, I'm not, because you just stand there and do the same darn thing. How many times do you just walk by the plaza and completely blank that KK is sitting there? He's just hanging out, doing absolutely nothing. Like at one point, those credits were everything I craved, and getting through the initial quests and the initial missions and the initial lore and story of AC&H was awesome. He still has a presence, I guess, in my ears, but this dog, man, his importance is getting rougher and rougher. No barks about it. This is a dog that needs the whole give me a home where somebody else roams, because the plaza ain't for you, KK, at least no longer. Hopefully eventually Brewster will arrive and maybe we can shift KK into the lounge. He can play some tunes, I don't know, covers, something like that. That seems to be what wash-up artists like to do, and maybe it would be fitting for this pup, because frankly, KK feels as forgotten as Franklin, and that dude only comes once a year. All right, we're gonna ruffle some feathers and pop some hair scrunchies straight off, especially for all y'all spooky children out there, but this is straight facts, my friends. We all left Wisp behind a long time ago. Raise your hand if you want a random item that probably isn't very good. Get your hand down. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that, especially not in the middle of the night. There was a time and place for Wisp. He's a squishy, cute ghost who's leaking his body bits all over. I'm not sure how that works with his ethereal form, but you had to put him back together to get something new or something expensive, except oftentimes it wasn't really new and it wasn't really expensive either. It was just something a complete waste of time. Back in the day, we were wandering, worrying, and wondering what the heck was going on. We were up late playing Animal Crossing at all hours, and so Wisp served a purpose. But now, when your item catalog is so complete, your storage is overflowing, and your island is chef's kiss, what the heck is the point of Wisp? Be honest with me, how many times in the last month have you actually seen Wisp? Does he even exist? Is he even in the game? Has he been patched out? I bet you don't even know. I bet you don't even know. He could have been kicked out in the last update and nobody would have a clue, because nobody talks to Wisp anymore. Nobody's hunting his little spirit bits and touching that ooey gooey jelly and shoving it back in his puffy body. That's not something we're doing. This isn't Ghostbusters. This is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'm telling you, his item selection stinks. Okay, he may have no smell. I don't know. What does a ghost smell like? I'm not sure. But this one, whisk away Wisp, I don't even know if he's here anymore. And there you have it, the 5 characters we left behind, the friends we forgot. And they could come back, don't get me wrong. Nintendo could come in here flying with lasers and cool colors and flashy item sets, DIY, and maybe some new dialogue. They could resurrect the importance and the awesomeness of these characters, but as of now, you're kidding yourself if these are anything more than forgotten faces. Who have you forgotten in your game? And if you want to make a plea or a pitch for Label, Label, Pascal, Red, KK, or Wisp, please have at it. Give me your best 5-paragraph essay like this is high school 1999. I'm not even that old. Definitely let me know in the comments if you feel strongly about a certain character, and I want to know who y'all forgetting. Smash that like button to show some love, and until next time, my friends, thanks for playing AC&H with me this entire year. I'm glad I didn't forget you, you didn't forget me. We will be a happy family. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. I love you a lot. SwitchForce, out.